Hi, this is a quick video to show you what you can expect if you take a Virgin hot air balloon trip. We went for the morning flight, which is a bit cheaper, but it meant we had to get up really early and get to the takeoff site at 6 AM. The basket was huge, it can take up to 16 passengers. They firstly unravel it on the ground and they do ask for help from the passengers. I was told it's the biggest balloon in all of north of England. We weren't the only balloon going up on this day, we did have a friend. It's important to realise that hot air ballooning is really weather dependent. We actually had a cancelled flight before this one, but today the weather was absolutely immaculate with no wind. We are flying in July, but it's still a bit cold because it's very early in the morning and we're going to go up thousands of feet. We didn't find it too cold, however, but it is advisable to at least wear a jacket. The heat from the burner was quite something though, you could really feel the heat coming off of that thing. Once we were up, it was so peaceful, it really felt like we were just stood on top of a really tall building. There was no wind, no shaking. It was incredibly tranquil. You might want to bring a pair of binoculars with you. You can see for miles. The views on this day in particular were absolutely spectacular. We were flying over the grand old city of York. I'm used to flying over this city all the time in my aircraft, but to experience it from outside in such a stable and tranquil way with very little sound or wind was absolutely magical. We started to climb to over 4,000 feet, and from that vantage point it looked like the other balloon was actually going down and landing. This was an optical illusion, of course, it was just that we were gaining height at a much more rapid rate. Obviously, being a balloon means that the pilot has very little control over the balloon's direction. It will follow the wind, but the pilot can make the balloon descend or ascend at will through the burner. This means there's some real skill in being able to spot a landing site. The pilot not only needs to find a landing site that will fit the balloon, but also that has road access so that the car can get in to pack the balloon up and take it away. The real trick here was skimming the trees, keeping an eye out for the right field to land in. Skimming the trees was quite something. We even saw some joggers and waved to them as they looked up with wonderment at the massive hot air balloon just a few feet above their heads. We ended up just a few miles to the east of the city. It wasn't far at all. It was only about a 30-minute car journey away, and of course they gave us a lift in a minibus back to the original takeoff site. The landing itself for us was a non-event. We just glided down and touched down very softly and nicely, but the basket will tip over. After that we'll get out and the passengers again will help to pack the balloon up. This didn't take long, and because we had a lot of help from the passengers it was quick work. It is remarkable that the entire balloon can fit inside of that one big black sack, which then goes on the trailer along with the basket. And finally, Virgin Balloons will give you a certificate to say that you did the experience, and you will get some of those awesome pictures that you've seen in this video.